So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose.
Hi everybody, Martha here. So a few days ago, I finished watching Tales of Jedi, and usually the animated versions of Star Wars are usually the best versions. When it comes to the TV show part, I think only one of them was not up to part, but this one, even so, it's mostly the six episodes, and they're like 15 minutes long. So And these ones, the first season was mostly about Ahsoka and Count Dooku's backstory, how they came to be the people they came. Even though these two don't end up being Jedi, they were once Jedi. So their story gets told in this season. And like the first episode, I already mentioned, I already talked about the first two episodes during my uh, the other Star Wars show, Alderaan, Alderaan, Endor, and so yep. The third episode? It is about Count Dooku, and mainly it's about him showing how he is dealing with the fact that Jing, Qui-Gon Jinn is now as an adult and is master of his own apprentice, and how he still cares for him. He cares for him like a son. So he formed attachments to his apprentice, and you're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to just take care of them and stuff like that. And how everybody else in the librarian Jedi, she says like when Dark Maul attacked him, Dark Maul attacked um, Qui Gon for the first time. She believed it was just his imagination. She didn't believe that there was Jedi's out. There was Sith out there. And then she goes and confronts him about it, and he wants to meet Obi-Wan. So I guess the first time Obi-Wan and him meet is in that cell where he offers him to join onto the dark side. So that must have been, as far as we know, the first time they meet. And then it goes to Qui-Gon's right after Qui-Gon's funeral, or during it. It's off Pacific, and he's like, Count Dooku is right in front of a tree. And oh yeah, at the end of the episode, it's also him and Master Windu dealing with trying to find out something about uh, like a senator, and he finds out the truth that his guards attacked the senator because he's a bad guy, a bad person, and not doing his people well, and so he killed the guards and also leave one alive, and the senator ends up being in jail, and Master Windu does cover for him, but yep, you just keep on seeing seeds of how he ends up becoming a Sith Lord. And so, right after his funeral, he goes and after either during or after the funeral, he's at the tree and he's talking with Yaddle. And I don't know if she dies differently in the books, the legend books or whatever. I have not read all of them. There's a whole bunch of them, and I've read the ones that take place um, after the original series up to a certain point. Then I read two books that take place during like in the Old Republic era. So so even before the prequels, basically. And I don't, and it's mostly about the Sith's part of it. So I read some books, but not. I don't remember Yaddle being mentioned in any of them. So if you want to leave down in the comments down below if she died differently in the books, go right ahead. But I have not read those books, so I can't judge if she died differently. Oh, I know that she was not in Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. Okay, and really, she did not have any lines spoken in Phantom Menace. She was just a background character, so it's not really something I can get too mad at. If you guys are mad about it, be mad. I can't change your mind. So anyway, Yaddle ends up following him to meet Palpatine when he's pretending to be when he's being Lord Sidious, and telling him that he's mad at him for for having Dark Maul killing Qui-Gon, and this is when Dark Sidious thinks that Dark Maul is dead. So he doesn't know that Dark Maul survived getting cut in half. None of us did during that time period. So um, he and Yaddle like reveals herself and like offers Count Dooku to come back with her, and Lord Sidious tells him to kill her, and basically he does. We see her come back up a little bit, like she raises up the chain after something lands on top of her, the door, which was really sharp, and she falls down, and we don't see the stabbing, but pretty much she gets stabbed. She just put a good fight. Yoda would be proud of her. But yeah, he is becoming Lord Lord Tyrannus. They hardly ever say his name during the shows and the movies. So if I say his name wrong, I'm sorry. His Sith name. I know it's Count Dooku more. So in the episode after that, they talk about. They go back to Ahsoka, where she's training, and I think we see Caleb from Rebels, but he does not know speaking lines. They're just basically watching her do a training session, and I guess Anakin thinks it's not good enough. He thinks the test is stupid, so he goes and asks Jesse and Rex to shoot stun blasters at her and make sure she can actually dodge and stay alive and see how fast she can be knocked out. And then after like a couple try and see, like it skips to her moment where she is about to be almost killed by these guys, minus Rex, and see how well she does, and she survives. So that episode was dark. Yeah, I mean, like, it explains why she was so good at staying alive. And then the next episode after that, it's about her being on the run after between the time of it's right before Rebels started showing up. That's right before that TV show. She's still a teenager here, slash a little bit adult, young adult, and she's working at a farm, and she ends up saving one of the farmers, and her husband calls the Empire, and when he overhears that, though his wife thanking her for saving her from a bunch of hay falling on top of her, and stuff like that. And one of the old Jedi, who are now Sith, or whatever. I've always had a hard time saying their names, what they are, but who now work for Lord Sidious and Dark Vader come to the farm, and Ahsoka kills this one, and maybe these are the swords that she turns into her white sabers. And also she goes to Padme's funeral. Leia's foster dad meets her at there and like tells her she shouldn't be here, and he also comes to the farm afterwards and like offers her to join the rebels, join the rebellion, and she does. So this not much to say, but I like this for the bit we got. If they want to do this in their season where they explain different Jedi stories, because I don't know how much more they can tell about Count Dooku's and Ahsoka's backstories. Maybe they can finally tell us what species Yoda is, since George never gave it a species name. So, and we really can't argue about that because George never did it. So, I'll see you guys later. Like, her, and subscribe, and may the force be with you. Bye-bye.